What's up guys, welcome back to a new video. So in this one I'm going to give my thoughts on the Dying to Know episode 2 we got yesterday. So this episode basically was all about the infected types. I mean that was really all they pretty much covered. I would have loved to see some more topics maybe besides that, but I guess they'll probably go over some more stuff in the next Dying to Know episode. But yeah, the new infected types definitely look really cool. I'm just not personally interested in like the deep dive like they were kind of giving, like developers giving like, oh, this is the reason this one has a claw. Like that's like if you're into that, that's really cool, don't get me wrong, but I'm just not like that far into it. At this point, I'm more so worried about performance, like especially on last gen, just overall progress with the game, seeing if they're actually gonna deliver this on December 7th. And I will admit, Techland's not gonna just come out and tell us like all the stuff that's happening behind the scenes. That's not what I'm expecting at all. But the other thing I really noticed during the live gameplay, the gameplay was so stuttery, like on the live stream on Twitch. But then I actually went to YouTube and watched the 5-minute gameplay, and it was very smooth, had no problems. When I was watching it live on Twitch, I was like, what is happening here? Because it was just so stuttery on my end, especially. Other people didn't seem to notice it as much, but I think it might have been just Twitch's compression or something. But yeah, on YouTube it looked really smooth, nothing wrong. Another thing that was interesting is at the very beginning, since Jonah Scott wasn't there, the voice actor for Aiden, they were kind of like going into an explanation of why he's not there, which was a little bit weird. But they ended up panning over to him at the very beginning, and he was like in the studio. He's like, oh yeah guys, I'm just here finishing up Aiden's voiceover. Gonna be busy for a while doing a lot of work. And I was kind of just thinking to myself when all of that was happening, like, they're still doing voiceovers for like cutscenes and stuff, or what? I mean, I guess that doesn't really have to be a bad thing per se, but it is a little bit odd, I thought. We are still 6 months out from the game, but just a little bit odd. Just makes you wonder how much stuff they actually have redone with the story. Because as we all know, many writers have gone. Chris Avellone has gone last year. The newest narrative director only took over in late 2020. A lot of the stuff could have easily got changed. So I could definitely see it possible that a lot of things got changed from the new director, and they're doing a lot more voiceovers. Another important point people really don't consider, Dying Light 1, the story was reportedly being manipulated until the very end. Just little tweaks here and there, things being changed around. But yeah, like I said, I don't think this is necessarily a bad thing. I think it definitely shows that they're doing things later than probably they would like to. Doesn't really mean it's bad. Or maybe they're just choosing to do all the voiceovers right now for whatever reason. I don't know why that would be the case, but maybe that's it. And after all, I'm not like an expert on game design here. I mean, I don't know exactly when studios usually do their voiceovers or anything like that. Maybe they do tend to do them towards the end, but I would have thought maybe they did them towards the beginning and middle. But yeah, like I said, I'm just speaking from thought here. I have no like experience with that, or like no idea how they would actually do it. Another interesting thing I do want to mention though is when Aiden and Hakan were inside the GRE lab, I think it was. I don't know if it was a lab, but it was some sort of building. It's when we see Aiden first get the biomarker. And pretty much like right after he puts it on, his biomarker starts turning red. And then Hakan, after his biomarker was just flashing red, was like, we gotta get outside to the UV light. I don't remember him getting bit before that. I do remember him getting like kind of jump scared by a zombie. But like I talked about in the last video, UV light affecting the biomarker, we've just been seeing it more and more. Pretty likely during the nighttime, the red biomarker is gonna be there, and you kind of just have to bounce around from UV areas to UV areas. I'm just expecting the biomarker to have sort of a long lifespan in the nighttime, but we haven't really got that fully answered yet, which is another thing I would have loved to see other than just like more infected gameplay. But Dying to Know 3, I don't know when it's coming, probably like another month and a half or something around there. I just really hope the next one offers something for every little area instead of just focusing in on like one area like this one really did. I kind of want them to bounce around a little bit. That's kind of what I like. I just don't think it's really necessary to go so in depth on things like, oh, this is why we had this infected have a claw. And like I said, I don't blame anyone who is interested in that sort of thing. I just want more answers to questions we already have first. This video, though, is basically just nitpicking and pointing out stuff I guess I noticed, though. Overall, the Dying to Know 2 was pretty fantastic. I mean, we got a good look at the new infected. They look sick. Gameplay looks better than ever, pretty much. except for the little thing, like I said, where the live stream was a little stuttery. But yeah, after I watched the YouTube, it was definitely smooth as hell. The gameplay looks better than ever. So that's going to be it. Stay tuned for more videos, Dying Light 2 or whatever. I might branch out a little bit. I don't really know yet. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.